Welcome to Jann Scott Live. Tonight's show actually isn't exactly live, although we'll be taking some of your phone calls. And we're going to be working on our ability to take live phone calls on the internet. That'll be coming very soon as we discover the magic of the internet. And we can't actually do Jann Scott Live from the studio that we used to do it at Boulder Cable Channel 54 because they don't exactly have a live studio there. So here we're kind of doing it in a pretend live format tonight. Jann Scott Live, the name of the television show. Now, we videoed some of Jann Scott Live in Sante Fe, where we discussed the issue of immigration with Mexican Americans, or in some cases, actually in 11 million cases, Mexicans who have come across our border to America, and have said, well, we don't want to be Mexican Americans. We want to be Mexicans. We, in fact, want to conquer Colorado. We want to take it back. So, to Sante Fe now, where I basically tell rich people what they need to do with their property. Watch this. Here in Sante Fe on Jann Scott Live. How you doing? Of course, we are at the, this is the Wade Gallery in back of me. This would be, let's see, this would be, that would be, well, he's holding up a skull. And it reminds me of the plight of the Indians here in New Mexico and their fight against the white man. It's not just the Indians' fight against the white man, it is the Mexicans fight against the white man. Here behind me, of course, is Water Street, the famous Water Street, and there is a bazaar going on selling blankets and everything, and it's the plight of the Mexicans against the white man. Here is the problem. We Europeans have come to this part of the world, the Southwest, and we have conquered it. All right, and now the Mexicans and the Indians want it back, and rightfully so. White people should leave Sante Fe, and white people should leave Boulder, Colorado. This is not your land, this is their land. And you should give it back to the Indians and give it back to the Mexicans. This is shameful what's going on here in America. Absolutely shameful. If you are a liberal, if you bleed from the heart, you need to move out of your house and give it back to the Mexicans that work for you and take care of your sprinkler systems. Because I am just sick and tired right up to here of rich people. I'm sick of you rich people. All right? I'm sick of the rich white people. Look at these people. These poor Native Americans and Mexicans, they have to come out and they have to sell blankets to you rich white people. You rich people, move out of your houses right now. Give it up. Give it up. All right, now, live from Sante Fe on Jann Scott Live. You know, a few other things here. I was thinking about East St. Louis. West St. Louis, all run by white people. Runs fine. East St. Louis, taken over by black people, and the whole thing's collapsed. They fired all the white people who had all the jobs, that knew how to run all the infrastructure, and they put in black friends that don't know how to run anything. Which reminds me of Africa. The very same thing happened. They came in, kicked out the British. The British set up a fine empire. I mean, I have no idea. And then, of course, the Africans just decided, we are going to kick out the landowners and the British, and we're going to take over the farms ourselves, and we're going to run the infrastructure throughout all of Africa. Not to mention these people had sex with monkeys and got the AIDS virus. Okay, and wiping them out, Africa's going in the tank. Now, I'm not insinuating or suggesting and saying that these very same things will happen with the Mexicans if they try to run things. I'm saying only look behind me. See that over my shoulder here, right here. No, this is good. Right, stay right there. Don't move. Okay, don't move. Stay right there. See behind me. Good. Look now. I'm not saying that that's going to happen with the Mexicans if they come in, say, take over Sante Fe and run things here, fine, because it doesn't really matter. Reparations to the Mexican people. Reparations. 11 million. Give up your homes. Move out. ha ha ha! Yes, I stand for the poor, the disenfranchised. I'm giving up my bicycle. Sir, you need a bike? You need a bike because I'm giving this up. That's it. All right, live from Sante Fe. I'm Jann Scott. This is the Big TV Show. Oh, incidentally, the Boulder City Council. Cinco de Mayo. So now we have the Mexican flag for this is really Boulder, Colorado, Mexico. And you know, really, I think that those of you in Boulder really should have the courtesy to turn your houses over to the Mexican gardener that you have. It's, you know, reparation times. Those of you who are liberal and progressive, socialist, communist, really, my commie friends here in Boulder, you know, you remember when how many of you saw Dr. Zhivago, okay? Well, you remember Zhivago went back to his home and, well, the Politburo had moved in. Yeah, and that's the way things should be here in Boulder. Reparations to the Mexicans who have come here and conquered Boulder, Colorado. Move out of your house and now let the Mexicans in. That's the way it should be. You know I'm right. This is the new flag of Colorado right here. Forget red, white, and blue. Most of you hate the red, white, and blue anyway, so now let's try green, white, and red. Red, green, and white. Every time I watch these, it always reminds me of a taquerito or you know, tostadas or something. Anyways. Oh, you're watching Jann Scott Live right here on your TV and on BoulderChannel1.com on the internet here, all across America, all across the USA. Call your friends, email your friends, send them this link and say, hey, watch Jann Scott Live on BoulderChannel1.com. Okay, now, incidentally, we were in Sante Fe, New Mexico. Mexico. Sante Fe, New Mexico, Mexico. Not USA anymore, Sante Fe. We went to the art galleries on Canyon Boulevard in Sante Fe, New Mexico. Watch this, a tour of the very expensive art galleries in Sante Fe, New Mexico, for rich people while you still have money and while you still have your homes. Rich people buying really phony baloney Southwest art. We went to all the art galleries. Well, here we are at Canyon Road in Sante Fe. We're going to do the gallery tour. Behind me, of course, is the Crossroads Contemporary Gallery. And all of this Canyon Road are all of the favorite art galleries here in Sante Fe. So we'll have a look at this on Jann Scott tonight. Now, this, of course, is where the rich and the wealthy come to buy their art when you're from Boulder. Coming up next, Jann Scott tonight. Here's the famous Ant-Man. Here is Maestro the dog, the guard dog at the Crossroads Gallery. And the beautiful Crossroads Gallery. And the Reflections Art Gallery. Here's another gallery. Wow. Your own bell system at home. Nice sculpture. Here's the Adobe Gallery, the Elysee Gallery. Getting tired of this yet? There are a lot of bronze statues here at the Myers Gallery. Many of them. An entire garden of bronze statues, in fact. Here is an Indian angel. And of course, here's Shakespeare with a skull. And just to see how full of shit the art scene here is in Santa Fe, they put a cat box out here. It's true. Beautiful bronze statues. Very nice. A tasket, I lost my yellow bike helmet. La 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 la. Woo! You kids are so much fun. Kiss the frog, he'll turn into a prince. Minute, minute. The Alterman Galleries, Chief Humping Whale, and remnants of the 7th Cavalry. Here's the Expressions Gallery. There are tulips in Santa Fe this spring, and one big damn sunflower. Here's the Downey Gallery, and the McLary Gallery, the La Mesa Gallery. Inside the La Mesa Gallery, beautiful. Another gallery yet. Here's St. Francis of Assisi. Welcome. You know what Mark Twain and I had in common is he really didn't like government too much, and neither did I. Do I, in fact. And you know, the thing that he didn't like about government is basically he saw them as criminals and thieves. And in Boulder, though they're, you know, heartfelt, still criminals and thieves anyway. Is that right, Mark? Our look at fine art here in Sante Fe, New Mexico. It's fine art all around. Here at the St. Francis Hotel, all of the trees are blooming and flowering. Hey, Jann Scott here from Santa Fe. Well, you know, we're going to do our television show from Santa Fe, Jann Scott Live. Just pulled up here, bought a few things. Brought the old tracker down with us, and a little road trip, Jann Scott Live from Santa Fe, and a piece of Jann Scott Tonight from Santa Fe. Nice to see everybody, and now time to blow. Woo! Wasn't that fun? Yeah, the art galleries in Santa Fe. Right here, Jann Scott Live, the name of the TV show. Yes. So, lots of things to talk about this evening, you know. Now, first of all, next we're going to go and look at the news with the young girl that does the introductions to our various channels, and her name is Catherine Wolf, or Catherine Wolf. Catherine Wolf, doing the news right here on Jann Scott Live and on your television on Boulder Cable Channel 54 right here in Boulder, and right here on the World Wide Web. Watch this, the news.
World News 1, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with news that matters: famine, environment, culture, caring, and attitude. We bring you Boulder. We bring you the world.
Welcome to World News 1. New York City, USA. It's taken since September 11, 2001, but finally, today, begins the building of a permanent memorial to the victims of Osama's jihad. Reflecting absence, the name of the memorial rises out of the footprints of the fallen towers. Yay! In California, there is a new boom in solar power. Construction on roofs of new homes, as well as tankless solar water heaters. Homeowners can sell their surplus electricity back to the power companies and actually make money off their inexpensive solar systems. What a concept! In Mexico, illegal immigrants into the USA are finding it harder to cross the border at Arizona since Governor Janet Napatoli ordered a 3,000 armed National Guardsmen. Cyberspace. Osama bin Laden fan clubs are on the rise as jihad recruits build online communities. The internet brings together over 10,000 sites of Al-Qaeda sympathizers using Orkut. a popular radical Islamic server. One question still remains. Why haven't the Israelis bombed the orchid farm? Amsterdam. A Dutch multicultural group has organized a soccer match between gays and Muslims, hoping that they kill each other? Finally, here in Boulder, Playboy magazine came looking for slutty girls with large breasts for their nude girls of the Big 12 edition coming out in October. Too bad they couldn't settle on a cute, beautiful, brainy, attractive flat girl like myself. I'm Kathy Wolf with World News 1. We bring you Boulder, we bring you the world.
Isn't she adorable? Yes, that's Catherine Wolf with the news. Incidentally, the news every single day right here on World News 1. We bring you Boulder, we bring you the world. You can see Catherine Wolf delivering the news every day, and Jennifer Connor also doing the news, better known as Jen and better known as Kathy. So Kathy and Jen. We call it cute girl news. I mean, have you noticed that they're both kind of like, yeah, pretty much that's what I noticed. And for those of us guys who watch the news, it's not so much about the news as much as it is about the I feel that Mexican spirit. Yeah! Woo! Well, next it's Hot Tub Monologues with Cosmic Pete. Does 3 minutes of monologues every single week, really from the leftist, progressive, communist point of view. It is better known as Colonel Pete or Cosmic Pete right here on Boulder Cable Channel 54, or in your case, if you're watching us on the internet, it would be BoulderChannel1.com, Cosmic Pete. Shh.
Hey, I'm Cosmic Pete. It's time for a Hot Tub Monologues from Boulder, Colorado. First, a little slug of the brew here. Okay. Today I'm going to talk about Robert Shetterly, who's an artist who has included quotes from people who tell the truth. And he's painted over 50 of these portraits along with a script of the truth that they've told. First of all, Mark Twain. This is a very good one. We all knew who Mark Twain is, and this is a quote from Mark. It could probably be shown by facts and figures there is no distinctly Native American criminal class except Congress. Ah! Yes. Now, this next one, I like this one. William Sloane Coffin is the man's name, and he was a civil rights agitator. He did the freedom bus rides, riding in interstate buses across the South in the 60s. He was a chaplain at the university, Yale University, yes, a chaplain for 17 years. And this is a quote by this man: "The war against Iraq is as disastrous as it is unnecessary. Perhaps in terms of its wisdom, purpose, and motives, the worst war in American history. Our military men and women were not called to defend America, but rather to attack Iraq." Oh, they were not called to die for, but rather to kill for their country. What more unpatriotic thing could we have asked of our sons and daughters?
Next one.
Okay, the next man is Jim Hightower, who's an ex-Texas politician, a populist author, and a speaker. And he said, "The opposite of courage is not cowardice, it is conformity. Even a dead fish can go with the flow." Thank you. To him, agitator is not a negative word. Being an agitator is what America is all about. If it was not for the agitators circa 1776, we'd all be wearing powdered wigs and still be singing "God Save the Queen." An agitator, he adds, is the center post in the wash machine that gets the dirt out. Ha ha ha! Thank you, audience. Okay. Now, the next one. This portrait is of Doris Haddock Granny D. And this lady is famous for her 1999 and 2000 bus walking trip across America, which lasted 14 months and covered 32,000 miles. Just as an unbalanced mind can accumulate stresses, that can grow and take on a point of their own. So little decisions of our modern life can accumulate to the point where our society finds itself bombing other people for their oil or supporting dictators who torture whole populations, all so that our unbalanced interests might be served. And finally, one more. This is the last. This is Walt Whitman. And this is a quote from Walt. "This is what you shall do. Love the earth and the sun and all the animals. Despise riches. Give alms to everyone who asks. Stand up for the stupid and the crazy. Devote your income and labor to others. Hate tyrants. Argue not concerning God. Have patience and indulgence towards the people. Take off your hat to nothing, known or unknown." Amen. And this has been another in the great series of the Hot Tub Monologues by Cosmic Pete from Boulder, Colorado. And another amen to you all.
I don't know what Cosmic Pete's talking about half the time. I disagree with him most of the time. Why? Because America is a great country. I love this country. The Bush foreign policy, the Bush doctrine, George Bush doctrine. Love it. Yeah, you know, anybody that comes to the United States and blows up the World Trade Center, hell, we should just go to their desert and take their sand. Absolutely. And Cheney, what a great vice president. Come on, who's with me? Okay, you are. I knew it. He's great. Yeah, and Halliburton. My kind of company. I'd like to be working for them. Woo! Give me a contract! Okay, I love the new chair we have here. Incidentally, how do you like the map? It's Jann Scott Tonight, or Jann Scott Live in the Darkness of It All. In about 2 weeks, coming up will be the Denver Auto Show television special on Jann Scott Tonight. But here on Jann Scott Live, we thought maybe we'd give you a preview. I was down at the Denver Auto Show just a couple of days ago. And here you'll see me on the big stage, being the big ham that I am, the star of radio and television. It's Mr. Jann Scott, yes, of course. And we'll be introducing, actually, we look at just a little bit of stage stuff, and then we cut to Fisher Chevrolet and Fisher Honda here in Boulder. All the new hybrid green products from General Motors and Honda coming up next. About 6 minutes worth of stuff, but you should like this. Welcome to the 2006 Denver Auto Show television special on Jann Scott Tonight. Today we're going to look at all the new Chevys, Hondas, Fords, everything. This is a Class A auto show, and we will bring you more cars than ever before. So sit back, strap yourself down, and for the next hour, it's the 2006 Denver Auto Show. From the floor of the Denver Auto Show, we go to Fisher Chevrolet, where we're looking at the new Chevrolet lineup for 2006 in the car parts, car division. First is the Chevrolet Monte Carlo, the Corvette, and the Cobalt on our Denver Auto Show television special 2006.
Yeah, Jan's here shopping for some parts for his Avio. Here we have the Fisher accessory computer. It allows you to look up accessories for any vehicle. This is a quick, responsive way that people can go on at home and also as well and dial on the internet and shop for parts right in their own living room. This is the J.D. Power Report, GM's high quality plant. 4th consecutive year, GM has earned 16 quality and dependability awards. The Cobalt is our small sedan, as it gives you the 2-door coupe or the 4-door model. Comes with an SS package, which is our tuner package. High horsepower engine, big alloy wheels, the big wing, leather seats. Something that the kids can take and put their stereo upgrades in. So the Cobalt is quieter on the highway than the Civic, Toyota Corolla, and Ford Focus. And it's also best pick for frontal crash test ratings. The Monte Carlo is a 2-door, 4-seater vehicle. The SS version will run about 300 horsepower. It's a high-performance vehicle that wins many awards in the NASCAR series every year. Impala is the 4-door version of the Monte Carlo. This is also the one you see on the NASCAR racing, the Chevy Monte Carlo. Now the consumer can get a 300 horsepower engine, yet still get 28 miles per gallon on the highway. So this one's loaded, has a nice alloy wheels, dual exhaust. This will have all your leather, power sunroof. This is one of the new displacement on demand technology engines that Chevy's offering. What this will do is when you need the horsepower, when you're passing somebody, it runs on 8 cylinders, 300 horsepower. When you're cruising down the highway trying to save on some gas, it shuts off 4 of the cylinders, so you run on 4 cylinders in cruising mode, gets you that better gas mileage, saves you at the pump. The new Corvette's pretty exciting. We're getting our first Z06 model in this month. That's the new 505 horsepower. It outcompetes most of the $300,000 sports cars in the market today, but still priced under $100,000. This is the first year you can get the power convertible top. So now you can sit at the stoplight and raise or lower the top. New and exciting on the interior here, we have the new paddle shift automatic transmission. Now you can have an automatic and shift like you're in a manual in the mountains, yet around town you can act like it's an automatic transmission. Also, we have the heads-up display, very much like what the fighter pilots use in the F-16s. It shows a digital display right in front of you on the windshield instead of having to look up and down at those high speeds. For this vehicle, you don't need a key to start it. All you need to do is have the key fob in your pocket. You get in the car and hit the start button, and it will start up for you and take off. Yeah, they also went back to the retro round taillights that the Corvette fans like to see.
From the floor of the Denver Auto Show, next we look at trucks at Fisher Chevrolet, the Silverado, the HHR, the Southern Comfort, all the trucks and all the SUVs right here on our Denver Auto Show 2006.
This is the new 2007 Chevy Tahoe. It's all new redesign. Basically, it's bigger, bolder. What we've done is we've cleaned up the lines on it. You're able to get a vehicle that's more equipped like a Cadillac now than the older Chevy versions. This has the active fuel management technology. It'll run on 4 cylinders when you're cruising down the highway to save on gas. Very friendly, ergonomically designed dash. You have controls right on the steering wheel, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road to change the radio stations, change the volume, set the cruise control.
Look at these new dials here. Now these have changed from old Chevy dials. I like those.
Also has the power sensors on back that tell you if when you're getting too close to a tricycle or a child behind the vehicle when you're backing up. These little sensors here will read the distance back for you and give you an indicator up front.
That's good.
We have a version of this vehicle that has a camera back here that actually shows you a picture behind the vehicle when you're backing up.
Oh, good.
The new Tahoe, some of the advanced features we have now is it has remote start.
Oh, yeah,
you can start the vehicle while you're sitting in your home and it's snowing outside.
Oh, good.
Get it warmed up before you even head outside.
Look at this. These things fold down nice and flat, and then they lift up by doing. Oh, look at that. Oh, look how simple this is. You know, any idiot could do that. Oh, and they come right out, too.
You can take them right out.
Yep, I like that.
HHR is our new wagon-style vehicle. It's kind of fun and exciting, and it has kind of a retro look to it, but it's also new age. It allows the kids to plug their MP3 iPods right into the front dash of the vehicle. It's a vehicle that gets 30 miles per gallon on the highway, yet it has seating for 5. You can also fold the seats down and hold lots of cargo. It replaces the old station wagon style that your parents drove. It's something a little more fun and exciting. HHR stands for Heritage High Roof. This one here is nicely equipped. It has leather seats, alloy wheels. One thing they advertise is you can fit an 8-foot piece of lumber from here to the front seat so you can get stuff home from Home Depot without a hitch. This competes with the Honda Element, the PT Cruiser for Chrysler, and the Toyota Scion.
So you notice how solid this is, because the old Chevys, the steel was really hard, and anybody that pounds it, and notice how hard the steel is here.
Do you know why that is, Jan?
No.
What this Chevy has done is they have what's called quiet steel.
Oh, really?
They take 2 planes of steel and put a composite material between the 2 planes of steel. That allows you to deaden the material and not get that ting noise when you pound on the vehicle. So when you close the doors, nice solid fit, less road noise down the highway.
I didn't know that. Learn something every day. That is a solid sound.
Very nice. The Silverado pickup, it's our full-size pickup. We have the new flex fuel engine as well, and now we have the diesel. And then finally we have the hybrid version. The hybrid allows you to run construction equipment off the bed of the truck instead of bringing out your generator to the work site. So this new Chevy Silverado hybrid V8 engine will stop and shut the engine off at every stoplight while you have your foot on the brake pedal. Once you take your foot off the brake pedal and hit the accelerator, the engine starts back up. That way you don't waste all that gas idling at every stoplight in town. This truck has a substantial battery pack that allows you to run a refrigerator, a microwave oven, a television set, and 5 100-watt light bulbs all at the same time off this vehicle. This is actually your battery pack here underneath the rear seat, so it's stowed and out of the way. The back, plenty of room for rear passengers, whatever you need to use on the work site to keep the day going. This is a Southern Comfort conversion Avalanche. It has the two-tone paint. It has Cadillac white diamond pearl on the bottom and gray pearl on the top. It has 20-inch alloy wheels. Has 2 DVD screens, one for each child and back. This also has the custom suede leather inserts in the seats. This is a person that wants to buy a Cadillac, but the Cadillac isn't special enough. So this is a custom-built vehicle. Allows them to take it one step farther.
Back here with Dan Carpenter, our old pal at Fisher Honda, will now show us new Hondas for 2006.
When I started at Fisher 5 years ago, I had 30 cars on the lot. Right now I've got over 250 cars on the lot right now at this moment. So we've increased our business over 200% in the last 5 years. The Honda Civic got Car of the Year. Ridgeline got Truck of the Year. The Pilot had got Consumer Reports Best Pick overall for a sport utility vehicle. Of course, the Accords have been the benchmark of Honda for many, many years. This is the new 06 Honda Accord. This is the 06 Honda Element. This is the new one. They call this an Element P because it's got the body panels painted versus plastic. These are all solid paint. These are CRVs parked here. I've got them double stacked, very practical. Crossover vehicle, which is all the rage today with all 2006s. Instead of SUVs, they're starting to be called crossover vehicles. It's all-wheel drive. The back seats fold down. You can go camping, skiing, fishing. It's just the most practical car that Honda makes. And they're safe. 5-star crash rating all the way around. We designed Pilot 406. It's absolutely perfect car for the Colorado weather. It's big, it's roomy, it's got 3 rows of seats. This is a Civic Hybrid. This Civic's, the new body style and new design on the Civics for 06s are the hottest cars we have. It's rated at 4951 city and highway. It's also got the navigational system in it. It's got the 2-tier dash where you're 2 degrees from the road. We don't have to look all the way down and see how fast you're going. It's right on the road there, your speed. We keep this one around for demos where people can drive it and then we take orders off of it. It's 2000. It is the hottest car that Honda makes, limited production. Only get several of these a year. You can tell I got 3 on the showroom floor right now. I keep them on the showroom floor because they're so high performance. They're very dangerous to drive unless you know what you're doing. They have so much power and torque. Once that VTEC kicks in, I actually own one of these, and I tell you what, it is scary fast.
Well, this is the largest vehicle Honda's ever made. It's got a very bold, aggressive front end. Again, largest vehicle Honda's ever made, and they put quite a blunt end on there, quite an attention grabber. A great vehicle to customize. This vehicle is 2.5 times more rigid than your standard box-on-frame construction. So it's a very tough truck. Gas mileage is at 16 and 21. It's a 5-passenger vehicle. You can put 5 adults in there, plenty of room in the back, as Christy's demonstrating. Very comfortably apportioned 8-way power adjustable seat there. Lots of cargo space, just storage everywhere. Honda's very good with the nooks and crannies. Another neat thing, the rear window is power, which is kind of a neat feature on a lot of these vehicles. And then there's the trunk for luggage or whatever else you want to take care of. The gate drops down like a regular pickup truck. It can hold 300 pounds while you're driving. And also the in-bed trunk there. And it also swings wide like a gate, makes it easier to get to the in-bed trunk. Also, when you open it that way, the back lights automatically go on so you can see into your in-bed trunk.
Well, you're watching Jann Scott Live right here on your television and on BoulderChannel1.com. Incidentally, the entire 1-hour TV special of the Denver Auto Show should be playing right here on Boulder Cable 54 and on the autochannel.com in about 1 week. The entire 1-hour TV special where we look at all of the new cars for 2006 and trucks. And what you just saw was sort of a preview to it, but what I'm really liking this year is there are a lot of new hydrogen cars out, solar cars, and hybrid electric cars. So that'll be coming up on Jann Scott Tonight here in just a few weeks. Well, next here on Jann Scott Live, our film reviewer, Dan Culberson, in his weekly Hot Shots review, which you can also see on Boulder Channel 1. Dan looks at Neil Young's new movie called Heart of Gold. Now, Dan Culberson's Hot Shots can be seen on Film Channel 1, actually, filmchannel1.com. You can also hear him on KGNU every Thursday, or you can go to Film Channel 1 and see 20 reviews of movies that are in the theaters and about 50 or 60 reviews of movies that have come out this past year. So it's Dan Culberson's with Hot Shots, and it's Neil Young's new movie, Heart of Gold, and here's Dan.
Hot Shots looks at a movie. Neil Young, Heart of Gold is being called a performance film rather than a concert film because director Jonathan Demme focuses more on the performances of the songs filmed on two nights in August 2005 than he does on the concert aspects of the event. In fact, no cameras or cameramen are shown on stage as are usually seen in so many concert films. On the other hand, the camera work is so excellent that it lets us see extreme close-ups of the performers who play and sing backup for Young and gives us hints of their individual personalities as well as shows the joy of performing they all share. The film begins with interviews of those individual performers, mostly inside moving automobiles, and with the preparation of the famous Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, for the world premiere of Neil Young's Prairie Wind. We learned that in the spring of 2005, Young was diagnosed with a potentially fatal brain aneurysm that required surgery. He wrote a cycle of songs that reflected his feelings about mortality, the loss of loved ones, and the meaning of one's own life, which became his Prairie Wind album, and which Young refers to in an interview as, "This time I was thinking, this may possibly, very unlikely, but there's a chance that this may be my last record." Some of the songs can bring tears to your eyes, and we don't need to think about our own mortality for them to do so. The first half of the film showcases the Prairie Wind songs, and the second half focuses on older material, usually with the screen going to black between songs. Also, Young's comments between the songs are not too much and not too little, but are just right as he provides some background to them. As you watch, listen, and appreciate these songs, you get the feeling that Young could probably write a terrific song about a glass of water, and it would be just as poignant as these other songs are. For some of the songs, Young sings and plays solo, as he does at the end of the film while the closing credits roll, and he sings The Old Laughing Lady in the empty auditorium. Neil Young, Heart of Gold is a wonderful experience from the old singing man. I'm Dan Culberson, and this is Hot Shots.
You're watching Jann Scott Live right here on your TV or on BoulderChannel1.com. You know, Dan Culberson can be seen every week right here on Boulder Cable Channel 54 or on the FilmChannel1.com, as well as the news. You can see the girls do the news on WorldNews1.com. Also, you can see Jann Scott Live on BoulderChannel1.com or on Channel 54 right here. Plus, Pete's Hot Tub Monologues. You can just go to Boulder Channel 1 /BCTV. That's the internet public access channel that we started. And there you will find Hot Tub Pete's Monologues. Well, here are some of the stories that may annoy you. They certainly annoy me. This one came out of USA Today. Music hath charms for some workers, others it really annoys. All right. With more iPods showing up on desks, this is what's going on. The first thing Adam Weissman does when he arrives at his public relations job isn't to grab a cup of coffee or grab one of his co-workers. Instead, this account executive with DBA Public Relations goes to his small office, turns on his iPod, plugs it into some speakers, and listens to music. Music is a high rating for him, portable music, blah, blah, blah. The problem is some days it drives people crazy, because some days he has on ZZ Top. And the question is, when you're playing music in your office through big loudspeakers, do you want to have, all 3,600 employees that you work with listen to it? Now here, of course, on Jann Scott Live and the Jann Scott shows, well, it's actually pretty annoying. You know, some of the girls are always turning music on all the time, like Jen. We always find her watching music videos instead of doing her job, or Kathy's listening to her iPod, and we have to walk in and go, Kathy, blah, blah, blah. Kathy! The hell are you doing? No, you're not supposed to be listening to music at work. Jesus H. Well, in more music news, CD sales are way down, but digital sales are way up, and the music industry is hoping for a solid year. So they're trying to make all their money through downloads. I don't know if this is going to work or not. Big story right here in USA Today. So, we of course have musicchannel1.com, and if you go on there, you will see about 10 or 15, 500 music videos from A to Z. All really very cool. Here, in fact, let's have a look at some of these right now. Tonight, I'm Jann Scott. You've been watching Jann Scott Live right here on Boulder Cable Channel 54 or on boulderchannel1.com/Jann Scott Live. And you can see all of our shows. Just go to everything that we have. Scrolling by, scroll, scroll, scroll. You can call into our comment line, but it doesn't really matter because we won't get the phone calls anyways, and we can't call you back. Screw you. Incidentally, we may come live to you one of these days very soon because we'll probably have. I've had a lot of coffee today. We'll probably have. We'll have Jann Scott Live. We'll go through the internet, turn the camera on, plug it into the computer, through space, and then you'll be able to watch it on your computer. Go, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, there's it, and you'll be able to see us on TV because we'll be there on television. I have to go to the bathroom. Bye.